Hello, so someone on here just recently asked me if I could do a little tutorial about how I kind of customised this little Yamaha guitar. I've done a couple of videos about Nashville tuning, which is the first thing, well, the reason I got this guitar in the first place, and this pickup, this Fishman pickup that I fitted to it. And like I say, someone asked if I could just run through exactly how I kind of put this together. It's fairly straightforward, but obviously the proviso is you do this at your own risk. If you're going to start drilling holes and stuff in a guitar, then obviously that's kind of up to you whether that goes well. But I can share kind of best practice that I've found, and this little guitar came to no harm whatsoever. It's just quite a cheap guitar. I bought it as an experiment, so to be honest I wasn't particularly bothered if I got scratches or scuffs or even kind of more serious damage to it, so I was prepared to take the risk. A more expensive guitar, something really valuable like my other guitars, it may have gone to a professional to get it done. Again, that's your choice. So this is a little Yamaha F310 acoustic guitar. It's kind of a beginner's guitar if you like, but it's actually quite a nice sounding thing, and like I say, I had a very specific purpose in mind for it, which required a completely different way of stringing it. So I didn't want to have to keep changing strings on other guitars, so long story short, that I bought this one just to do that. So first things first was the pickup. So it's a Fishman Neo D, really nice, and it's a single coil pickup which just bolts in. Really, it's just got a couple of little screws and you clip it into the sound hole of the guitar, and that's actually all you kind of need to do if you're happy with that. There's a big lead comes with it, and it comes out and just hangs down. It's got a jack socket on the end of it, so you can extend it to an amp or whatever for playing live. But I kind of didn't like that idea myself. I wanted to do something a bit neater. So what I did was shorten the cable to just a bit longer than here, and I bought I'll put images in here of the little parts involved here. I decided to get a jack socket, which, if I take the strap off, is a combined strap button and socket for an ordinary guitar lead. So basically the way I did that was, like I say, I cut this lead down and bared the ends for soldering, and I actually got a bass guitar string, and well, first things first, I bored the hole. And the best way to do this is to use a stepped drill piece, which there's a picture coming up of one of those, and that enables you to start with a little pilot hole. This actually comes with a strap button there, so there's a little hole pre-drilled. You just take that off and you've got a little starting hole, and the stepped drill piece, if you get the right size, takes it to exactly the dimensions of that it needs to be to accept this, and that I think in this case was 10 millimeters. So you go in with the cone shaped piece and you just take it very gently, put a bit of tape on first to stop you scratching the guitar, and just gently start to take it through until it gets to the required depth. Now, I was surprised how thick this piece of wood here actually is on the guitar. It took took a while to go through there. It's probably at least a centimetre thick, which I'm kind of surprised, but then that's what makes it quite strong, I guess. So that done, I pushed a bass guitar string through, all the way through, and picked it up. There was no strings on the guitar at the time. Reached in and pulled that through, and then I attached the end of the lead from the pickup, and just with a bit of tape to the end of the bass guitar string, and pulled that back through. So I've got the lead hanging out. I then was able to solder that lead onto the strap button stroke lead socket. Solder that all up, push that back in, and there are 4 little miniature screws holding that in. Again, I used a very, very small drill bit just to make little pilot holes to get those started. It just saves you any risk of, or minimises any risk of cracking the wood or making cracks in the varnish or the finish of the guitar. And so that was the pickup done. Really nice. So the cable is slightly longer than it needs to be, so if I shake it really hard you can kind of hear it rattling around, but a much better result than I think having a big cable hanging down here, because these pickups are slightly microphonic and they're very low output, so you do need to put quite a lot of gain on your interface, or if you're playing it through an amp you would need to have quite a lot of gain on it. to actually hear the volume. So with that, with an acoustic guitar, there's a chance of some feedback and so on, and it might also pick up the lead rattling around. Plus you could trip over it and it looks untidy. So that was the solution I did. All the parts, everything was from Amazon and pretty inexpensive. The last thing I did was because I had a strap button on there, these guitars, and I think most acoustic guitars don't come with a strap button. The strap just kind of ties with strings onto the headstock here, which I've never really liked. So I decided to buy another just a strap button, again very inexpensive, screw on. And after doing a little bit of research, I decided to put it into this kind of heel where the neck joins the body of the guitar. So that's that, and it's all very usable, basically. So that's that. So just a nice little project guitar. Did it during lockdown. I'd found out about Nashville tuning, really wanted to try it, wanted to dedicate a guitar to it, and I didn't want to spend a fortune. So the Yamaha 310 was the guitar choice for that. And then I decided I might want to get some electric guitar sounds, so I thought I'll get a pickup, and that's what I did. So that's the kind of entire process. Unfortunately, I didn't video it while I was doing it, which might have been an idea. I did write a blog post, and hopefully this little video's kind of talked you through the process if you fancy doing something like that yourself. Okay, so hope that works for you, person who requested a little tutorial on that. And if you enjoyed that and you want to see more from me, including my upcoming course for near to beginners, do subscribe and leave a comment, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.